Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's matchup between Vortex and PlatStratsRed. This is the Europe PC semifinals, and this should be a pretty good matchup as we have the teams meeting from different groups having faced off. My name is Bradley, and I am your play-by-play today, and I'm joined by Quella as my colorcaster. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm very excited to see these teams play off. PlatStratsRed did 3-0 their division, so it could go their way here.
Yeah, for sure. They won every single match 3-0, like you said, while on the other side, Vortex did pretty good. They came in second. They 3-0 two of the three matches, but they did lose 0-3 in the other match, which pushed them into that second place. So, it's always hard to say because the divisions don't play each other. It could be a very interesting turnout. But we do start off on Nepal, the control point. And I was kind of hoping to get Sanctum first because that's always a fun one to see how the strats play out. You always have that pit of doom, but we don't get it in this particular time. Maybe we'll see it though. But it looks like we're going to have a start off as PlatStratsRed's going to run out with
right now we're going into a pause.
Yeah, it looks like we have a pause real quick. Not entirely sure what's going on right now. Looks like one team's actually having a hard time loading up, is what it looks like.
Yeah, on the side of the Vortex, it looks like there's some complication with technical side with them, so hopefully they get that sorted out. And it looks like here, on both of their sides, it looks like they're running a similar comp with the May. That's an interesting strat, especially
really
on
yeah, it's a really interesting strat here on Nepal with that May, as you were pointing out. Both teams running it very similar. The only difference is well, we got a Moira instead of a Mercy on the side of PlatStrats and a Doomfist instead of the Reaper. So pretty similar strats. It'll be interesting to see that May be used. And here we go. We're coming out of the pause, so we'll be able to see these teams come forward. We got PlatStrats moving forward again, like I said, with that Doomfist, the Reinhardt, Zarya, May, Moira, and Lucio. So that Lucio boost getting them in close. Both teams coming around on the side of the point. We're going to have a big brawl right here on the point. Nobody going for the high ground. Don't really have anybody for that. So as we go, we got both teams pushing in. The Ryan's getting the shields up. Nobody getting anything out, but there we go. The Doomfist playing off, getting the tank down. There goes the shield for Vortex. They're gonna have to back off. Without that shield, they're not gonna be able to get anything done. And also getting the May down. Looks like PlatStrats is gonna be able to start getting some tick on that point. And there they go. They got the point first.
Let's get you back out there. I'm even stronger.
All right, so now that we're going forward, it's they're not changing up any strats on the side of Vortex. They're gonna keep with what they had, keep with that Reaper. See if they see how they approach this. They're gonna stay on the low ground. It looks like. Again, they don't really have anybody they can attack from the high ground, but they're gonna come in, go on that same side over there, trying to bring in the shield. See if they can break through that Ryan shield. But Doomfist coming behind, doing that flanking, and a Earth Shatter by Rad Mellows doesn't succeed as Chopstirred is able to stop it. We got a Coalescence coming out on the side of Pablo, and that is going to give a lot of healing for the PlatStrats. And Doomfist yet again getting the pick off on the Ryan right off the back. And there goes a Meteor Strike already, and that is going to be a cleanup for PlatStrats as they're just starting to get all the kills. Doomfist really paying off big time for PlatStratsRed right now.
I mean, it looks like Hoey on the side of the Vortex isn't really doing that much. It looks like she's just trying to farm his ultimate to get some sort of combo on with the Zarya, but they might need to switch it up here. It does not look like it's working in their favor at all.
Yeah, that's true. They do have those ultimates, so it'd be a bad time to switch right now, as they do have 5 ultimates coming online for this fight. Meanwhile, on the side of PlatStrats, they used a couple there, but they do have that sound barrier, which could help in case of that. And that Earth Shatter does get Pablo, but you got that sound barrier coming in. It's going to stop a lot, and the Reaper Death Blossom does not get anything, as that Maze freeze just stops them in their tracks. PlatStrats cleaning up yet again. We'll see if that Vortex decides to make a switch like you said, but they're running out of time as it is 90% for PlatStrats.
I mean, the only thing they could do here is try to hope for the grab, because, you know, they are coming up with the grab, but they have nothing to combo with it, so, you know, it could be questionable for their part.
And that's if they could even get to the point, which they were not able to. Well done by PlatStratsRed. They dominated the first map in Village in Nepal here. Let's see what kind of strats that Vortex goes to on this next point. Obviously, it'll depend on what we go to, and it is Sanctum, so this will be fun. I always love this map, and it looks like we're definitely getting that Orisa prop, most likely on the side of Vortex. So, what does Vortex need to do on this map on this stage to be able to get a equalize on this?
I just feel like their DPS is what's lacking a bit. They can't really focus together and get the necessary targets they need to get the point. I feel like they're lacking a little bit, you know, on that part.
Yeah, for sure. The DPS didn't seem to be able to get any pickoffs, and you know that Doomfist again on the side of PlatStratsRed. I need healing. He's staking on that. He just really dominated, and PlatStratsRed actually staying with the exact same comp as they had last time. Why fix something that wasn't broke? Meanwhile, it looks like PlatStratsRed with that Orisa already paying off, getting some plays, as we do have ruins on the Brigitte. They're going to be able to just roll it in. Maywall does drop off, cut off a couple of the teammates, but it's not enough, as it looks like Vortex is dominating this first fight, getting some of the kills, and they should be able to get control of the point on this one right off the bat. Definitely different than what we saw on the last map.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're kind of running a guts comp, you know, without the third tank, with the McCree instead. I mean, it really works in their favor because basically Ghost is meta and nothing's better than that.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And then they do have that Orisa and that Roadhog, so they can really drop some people into the pit of doom. And let's see if they're able to utilize that at all. And PlatStratsRed coming in from that side room. Vortex was ready for it, and they backed off. And here we go into the fight. Doomfist trying to get some action done. Sin getting the pick off on the McCree. There goes some damage to Vortex as Lucio booping the Brigitte off. But we do have a Coalescence coming down the side of Elite Dugong. Is that going to keep his team alive? I don't know. They've already lost quite a bit of their teammates. So they are 2 down. It's a 4-6. And it looks like PlatStratsRed is taking control of the point, as there goes the Orisa. That's one of the tanks. Another Doomfist ult, but there goes a boop. Legion getting the Roadhog, the Reinhardt off, and also the other Lucio getting the Roadhog off. So the boop's working out, that pit of doom paying off, but PlatStratsRed does come off as Pablo gets a couple of cleanup kills.
Yeah, and especially on both sides, they're coming up a lot of ultimates. Especially on Vortex, they have most of their support ultimates. But on the side of PlatStrats, they're having that grab, and you know, with the nail, it could do something wonders here.
Yeah, for sure. We do have a problem leading off the fight with that Coalescence. And then we got a Earth Shatter from Radmel. It didn't get anybody. We had the shield from Orisa stop it up. And there comes that Graviton Surge. Will they be able to follow up and kill anybody? You know, nobody's dying in all of these ults being used. Not a single death, but Legion does get a first pick off. That's a kill for Vortex. When PlatStrats was burning a lot of their ults, and there goes the Earth Shatter on the side of Vortex, and they're starting to get the cleanup kills. This should be a retake on the side of Vortex. That was a brawl.
Like I said, you know, their supports are just doing work with all the kills here, especially with this comp. You know, it works very well no matter what map you're on.
Yeah, you know, there was so much damage from the side of PlatStrats coming out, but with that triple support, the Lucio, the Moira, and the Brigitte, and just keeping everybody so contained right there, that Brigitte was able to get out tons of healing. Use her ult, and it's already back up to 63%. That's pretty impressive on that rally. That was a lot of damage that they resisted right there. It looks like PlatStrats is going to try to come around behind them from the side of their point, but Vortex is paying attention. They are rotating, keeping that flanking off, but Pablo does get the kill off Elite Dugong, so there goes some of that healing. The supports got separated from the rest of the team. That's not good. Oh, and the Doomfist stopping the McCree in the middle of his high noon, and that is going to be a cleanup on the side of PlatStrats. Very well done, and they get that with 96% to 50.
See, the difference between PlatStrats and Vortex here is PlatStrats can capitalize on anything they do here, and Vortex is just looking to dive fastly, try to get in the point, and it's not really working for them at all.
Yeah, that is a very good point, but they are going to rotate around the back, see if they try to set up that Orisa shield. Doomfist is going to come in. What? Oh, he does get away, though. There you go. They get the kill right there. Coalescence coming in. Red Mel gets the pin on the Orisa. Is he going to be able to finish out the kill? Most likely that is not a good fight for Orisa to go through. But it looks like PlatStratsRed has switched to a Junkrat. Karma switching over to that Junkrat. That should help take care of a lot of the beefy tankness on the side of Vortex. But Vortex is starting to clean up on this fight, and where they have the point, they got the point in that entire fight while everything else was going on. And Vortex is cleaning up, but that Doomfist is starting to get some kills cleaned up. This is going down. Who's going to be able to come out with this? Well, there goes another Meteor Strike from I Need Healing on that Doomfist, and a Jump Tire coming in. Is he getting no kills? Owie on the McCree picking off that tire, and there goes a Reinhardt flying off the edge from the Lucio boot. But this is crazy. There's just a brawl going on. It looks like PlatStratsRed might get the cleanup. They are getting their respawns coming in just in time.
You know what? This Doomfist is dominating right here. I Need Healing is doing his work as Doomfist. And right now we're going to come... Right now we're going to have a pause on the game on the... on the side of PlatStratsRed.
They requested a pause, and we're just waiting to see what might be happening going on. It looks like we might be having some lag issues yet again. Saying some pretty massive pings. That definitely makes a game where, you know, you have to aim and shoot, makes it pretty hard to be able to respond to things, so.
Oh yeah, and about the Doomfist, I mean, with playing Doomfist, if you know exactly how to use your combos and how to use your abilities, like, in the best way, you could absolutely dominate as him. And the McCree, you know, he's not doing anything to shut him down. He's not trying to stun him or anything. And that's why, you know, Vortex is losing this.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That Doomfist, I Need Healing is really showing what Doomfist is capable of. And he's able to get behind the shield and really cause some havoc. And Ohi on the McCree is just not able to contain him well enough. And even when they had the Brigida, Zerwin's on that Brigida, they were not able to contain the Doomfist well enough to be able to bring him down. There was a couple times they almost got him, but he's able to get away. He's very mobile, and so he can be very hard to contain. And I Need Healing showing what a Doomfist is capable of. But here we go, we are back in, and we are PlatStratsRed's ticking up there, almost at 99%. Can Vortex get a tick? It looks like they're going to be able to push this overtime at 99.99. Who's going to get this Puzzle dropping off his ult with the Graviton Surge, getting stuck in there, but keeping everybody out of the way. No damage done. We're getting some trade-offs going as Ohi gets a kill on the tanks. Ohi does get finally some kills with that High Noon. But is it going to be enough? As players, please Mr. Winston getting some boops on that Lucio. Both teams still battling on the point. Neither team wanting to lose this right now. And it looks like Hohi was trying to avoid that Meteor Strike and actually ended up falling off the map. That is not good if you're on the side of Vortex. PlatStratsRed is getting their respawns coming in. Is it going to be enough? Fuzzle bringing in the Wrecking Ball and just gets destroyed immediately. PlatStratsRed is definitely gaining control, and that is the win for PlatStratsRed. They take map 1 on Nepal 2-0.
That was an amazing map by PlatStratsRed. You know, they just cannot stop this Doomfist right here, as you can see in this play of the game right here.
Yeah, that Doomfist, he really had free reign on the map all the time, and they tried to contain him, but it wasn't enough. And you can see right here how good I Need Healing was able to just get behind enemy lines and take care of business. And that was very well done by I Need Healing right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. We are going to head to Junkertown next. Just stick around, and we'll be right back.
All right, and welcome back. As we said before we took a quick break, we are heading to Junkertown. This will be our escort map of the day, and you know it is one of the more interesting ones. I really enjoy this first area because it's so open, and you know it's kind of the attacking team really. If you're too close as a defense, the attacking team can just kind of pot shot you from their spawn. So it'll be interesting to see if we go with that traditional pirate ship that we've seen on Junkertown so frequently, or if either team will try to do something different.
Oh yeah, and it looks like on PlatStratsRed they will be swapping out I need healing for Auto, which was their Doomfist player. So we should see if they still dominate without him, or they won't. We'll see here.
Yeah, that is a very interesting point. Where I Need Healing was so good on that Doomfist, they are swapping him out. Looks like they might be using Auto as that Bastion, do some pirate ship. If that is indeed what they say, of course, we still have some time for the defense to really show us what they're going to get, or excuse me, the offense to show us what they're going to give us. But looks like they are setting up for that pirate ship, as we talked about. And on the defensive side, they're going to have the snipers get these long-ranged open sights. Snipers are really, really useful on this first point.
I mean, it might not work in their favor since they have a Bastion. So if the Bastion, get those picks as needed, and the snipers, it won't matter because, they can't do anything if that Bastion's just raining down on them at all.
Yeah, and the snipers, it can be very tough to just break through double shields. We got that Reinhardt and Orisa. It can be really tough to break through those shields on either team's side, or on the side of the defense. And if they can't get through those shields, those snipers aren't going to be able to get to their targets. So we'll have to see if they maybe make a switch, because they need some shield busting on the side of defense. But we do have the PlatStrats setting up with that pirate ship. They're going to have the Orisa on the front, probably Reinhardt watching the back end. And there comes Vortex coming around the side. Reinhardt getting a charge off on the other opposing Reinhardt. Radmel picking him off real fast. That is not good for Vortex on the defense. Auto does get picked off by Vortex, but you have that Mercy for the res right away. And Vortex's defense is starting to crumble already. They're trying their best with these snipers in close range to take care of this Bastion. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the Zen did pick him off, but the Mercy was able to res him back up, so it didn't really matter in their favor. And it looks like they might gonna have to switch to maybe a Reaper or even a Junkrat. Both would work.
And it does look like he does listen to you through the internet. And here's I need to switch to that Junkrat. They gotta bust down those shields. They do keep the Hanzo, who does get picked off early in this fight. This looks like it's gonna be this might be a free push all the way to point 1 on the side of PlatStrats, as Vortex is not able to recover from that initial defense. PlatStratsRed just walking right through the first point.
Consider yourself warned.
Alright, so now that PlatStratsRed has gotten this first point, looks like Vortex decided to just give that up and set up for a high ground. They're going up high. They're going to drop down on them from the back. Will it pay off? It looks like it's going to pay off as he picks off that Bastion right off the bat. That is a huge pick off, and to get the Mercy, so no res available. But the PlatStratsRed fighting back, getting a couple picks of their own. And is that going to be enough? It looks like Vortex is going to be able to get the picks they need. Just the line and that Moira left. Legion dropping his Transcendence just to guarantee this fight is a win for them, as the the offense is really close to their spawn. Auto switched over to the Genji, and the Chopstead trying to get the kill on him to create a stagger, but not able to finish off the kill, as he was able to get some healing from Pablo.
That Zen's trance was kind of questionable, but now that I think about it, since they didn't have a Zarya at that time, he could have just used it whenever he needed to.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's that's the thing with Zen trans, is sometimes you use them out of necessity. Sometimes you use them to just guarantee a push. Like you said, they didn't have the Zarya right there, so it was kind of a good timing to use it. You're gonna be able to recharge that ult pretty quick there, as that hammer down from Radmello is not good enough. But Karma dropping a big bomb over the top, gets 2 with the self-destruct, and this is gonna hurt the defense. That is the damage gone for Vortex.
I mean, this next fight is definitely going to be in Vortex's favor because they do have 4 ultimates on the board, so they could do the Zarya grab as well as the Hanzo ult. And looks like they're doing that now.
That exact thing. The grab doesn't get a whole lot in there, but Chopset is able to follow up, get the Rad Mellow down with the tank, and there goes all the kills on the side of Vortex. It is all blue for the kills. Very good defense. They used every ult they had. That was 4 ults used, but they do stall the point some more. There's 3 minutes left, but Otto coming in with the Dragon Blade. He's getting that backline. Both damage gone. He's going after the Mercy. He wants more blood. Is he going to get it? No, he's not, but that is a good pick-off start for Otto on that Genji. Does die, and unfortunately the Mercy is around. It does get the Hanzo. It's not going to benefit them a whole lot.
Yeah, it only got them really honestly 1 kill because of the Mercy res, and I mean, it made them stagger a little bit, but they're still going strong in defense here.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting decision on Otto. He was all alone making that decision. I think had he stayed on the high ground and been content with the 2 picks of the DPS and then backed off, it would have been really, really beneficial for the team for PlatStratsRed. But dying there really kind of stalled their attack after that. They were not able to progress, especially because he died deep in enemy lines. But we do have the start of the next fight coming up, and they do get 2 pickoffs. Mercy is able to get the Zenyatta up on with Legion back up, but they get another one with Hoey. Karma coming in with that Widowmaker, really starting to cause some damage and getting picks after pick. I think this might be a fight that the Vortex is going to lose. They are just down to their 2 tanks. Is it going to be enough? But Chopset trying to do everything he can. Does get that Earth Shatter. It's not enough as PlatStratsRed is able to clean up Dragon Strike thrown in by Zerwins to try to stop it. It's not going to be enough. This is point 2 for PlatStratsRed.
No one can hide from my sight.
I mean, and the, as we see here, the Genji Blade, you know, is coming up right now, and they do have the Transcendence to lead it out, so it looks like PlatStratsRed is going to try to bait it and see, you know, what they could come up with here.
Yeah, if PlatStratsRed can bait Legion into using his Transcendence, that would be very bad, because that Dragon Blade will wreak havoc on the back line if he's able to get that Transcendence out. But I think Legion, knowing with that Genji's on the field, is going to hold off as long as he can. But Karma paying off with that Widowmaker, getting the opposing Widowmaker. That's not good. A good start for Vortex on defense. As Sin gets the Reinhardt, who got just kind of left out behind on their own team as the rest of Vortex fell back. This is a bad start to the fight for Vortex, as there's 2 minutes, 15 seconds left, and PlatStratsRed is coming in on the point. They're coming around that final bend.
Even on both sides, they have some combos weighing up with the Zarya and the Hanzo, as well as the Zarya and the Genji, so it could go either way right here.
And like you said, that combo goes. The Transcendence comes in to save those in the Graviton Surge, but the rest of the back line is exposed for that Dragon Blade. Otto sees it, goes after the Mercy, and the Widowmaker gets the kills, and Chopset's going to fall right here. This is not looking good for Vortex. Are they going to be able to get to the point? They do not. That is 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock for PlatStratsRed. You know, only one real stall on that second point, but otherwise they kind of cleanly walk through that point. Can Vortex equalize or do better?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it there, but right at the end, you know, PlatStrats did a little bit of a block, you know, tried to block their enemies out right there, and it worked in their favor, and they capped the point really quickly right there.
Yeah, using the body block strats, you know, it's an underrated strat in these types of situations. Very well done on their part. All right, so now as we switch to the sides, and we have Vortex on the attack, are they gonna go with the pirate ship? So far, with what they have selected, it does not look like it. Looks like they're gonna go with a dive, but mixed with the snipers. They're gonna have the Zenyatta and Mercy on the heels, both snipers, and then Diva and Winston. So it looks like they're gonna try to really get to the back line with their tanks to kind of disrupt it, so that it opens up the line of sights for their snipers.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Go ahead.
No, it's definitely interesting. On PlatStratsRed, they're not going to use the Mercy. They're going to try to go for an Ana, which is, you know, it could work, it could not work. Especially if they have a Winston on the other team, because the Ana can get diving if the other team doesn't really peel for them.
Yeah, very true. That Pablo with that sleep dart, though, could be his own saving grace. if a Winston tries to dive on him. And then, you know, we do have the recent buff to Ana, so that 300 healing that the Nano Boost gives is, you know, that could be a huge factor in this, as we do have 3 tanks on the side of the defense. PlatStratsRed rolling on Narissa, D.Va, and a Roadhog. And then that Zenyatta, that Ana that you said, and then just the one true DPS with Karma, hopefully going to get some pickoffs. We'll see how it goes. And here we go, off to the races on the second half of Junkertown. And it looks like Vortex kind of seen what they have to go against, so they're going to have to be a little careful, wait for cooldowns to get a dive going together. That shield is going to really hurt the defense, but he goes around the side and gets Zenyatta. That's going to be a big pick. There goes some of the healing. Can they follow up and get some more? Narissa is kind of off on her own. That Mellow going down fast from that dive from the D.Va, and there goes the pick. But Fuzzled himself is going down on there, whereas the Winston Chopset is doing fine. The dive working out really good on the side of Vortex right now. And so far, PlatStratsRed is not able to stop this kind of this pseudo dive that Vortex is running with their tanks. Chopset and Fuzzle just really getting in the back line and causing all sorts of havoc. Winston on the side of Red Mellow diving in, does get the pick off on Hohe. There goes the major damage on the side of PlatStratsRed. Can they continue this push and get the point? It's going to be tough, but the tanks are diving and trying to get it as they do get their own Mercy down into the side. That is a nano boost on the side of that Winston, that big heal coming in, helping huge. Winston trying to go into the backline. This looks like it will be a defensive hold.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks like, you know, they might hold here. I mean, they have it in their favor, and it looks like Vortex is gonna back up from here.
They lost the Mercy, and they lost their Widowmaker. They just lost too much that it was a good idea to pull back before feeding more into the ults. Kind of cut your losses, don't lose too much, don't want to give them too much ults. As we do roll up into that ult stage of the fight, we got 3 on the side of Vortex. Oh, but that anti-heal on Tropster really devastating as Vortex drives in the Dragon Strike, does get the Widowmaker, separates the team a little bit. Auto trying to get some kills with that ult, doesn't get any, but gets the hook on Legion and the kill on the Zenyatta. And they're going to push back. It looks like Vortex is going to be pushed back yet again.
You know, definitely. But, you know, on the Vortex side, they do have 2 support ults coming up as well as the sights from the Widowmaker. You know, it could help them push, but, you know, we'll see what's coming up.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Those ults coming up, but we do have 3 ults on the side of PlatStratsRed. We got that D.Va Bomb and the Transcendence, as well as the Nano Boost. Will those be good? There goes the Nano Boost off onto the D.Va Bomb. It looked like the D.Va mech got it, and then it just exploded. But that is going to get a kill on Fuzzled. And a lot of kills on the side of the Red as they're just dominating this fight real quick. That was over real fast. Just the Mercy left on the point.
The one thing about Junkertown is that Hog is extremely powerful on this map. Like, he can always get those picks when he needs to. He's just, like, basically a DPS. And, you know, it's really helping their defense here.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Auto is really causing some havoc on that Roadhog. Really strong. And it looks like we're getting a switch over on the side of Vortex. They're going to that Goats. 3 tanks, 3 support. Got the Brigitte out, the Lucio. They got to make a push here. They're coming around the back. Will this pay off for them? They almost get the pick off on Auto, but that anti-heal from Ana is really causing all sorts of havoc. Ana being a great pick right now. Fuzzle dropping the bomb out of necessity to get remech, and Chop Brad Mello going ham on Winston, and Auto yet again with another ult. And there goes more D.Va bombs. Auto just really causing havoc as Karma is untouched in the back line, able just to snipe at will and picking up everybody. That is going to be a fight win on the side of PlatStratsRed. I don't know if anybody's close enough to get back. We have that Lucio. Is he going to make it? There's only 5 seconds left. Will they make it?
And it looks like they switched to Hammond right at the end, tried to make the point, but they didn't, and PlatStratsRed wins this map.
Yeah, very solid hold on the side of PlatStratsRed on that point 1. It looked like Vortex was going to have his equal push, and PlatStratsRed came up and just completely stopped everything. Auto on that Genji. This is that point right at the end. He went for there, but Transcendence came in. He's like, all right, I'll go for your backline and get those who are not safe from Transcendence, getting the kills, and that helped solidify point 3 for PlatStratsRed.
And next map, we're going to assault with Temple of Anubis, and we'll see you soon.
All right, and welcome back to the Overtime Champions matchup between Vortex and PlatStratsRed. We are in Temple of Anubis, as we mentioned, and no team making any subs. We're keeping everything how it was. And up first, we're going to have PlatStratsRed on attack with excuse me, on defense with Vortex on the attack. Well, what does Vortex need to do to get a win in this series?
You know what? I just feel like I can't hear their comms, but I just feel like they're just struggling to, all focused on on that one hero to be able to, dominate on them. And I think that's what they're missing. They need that communication to, win a game.
It does look like PlatStratsRed keeps their comms stronger in those team fights. They're calling out targets better in most fights. Though Vortex has had some really good fights, it does seem like PlatStratsRed has been more focused on their targets, so they're able to get that first target down, and when that happens, everything can start falling apart. But we do have on defense for PlatStratsRed the Orisa and the D.Va and Roadhog, so they're running that Roadhog again. It worked really well in Junkertown. Will it pay off again on Temple of Anubis?
What's really interesting, both sides are gonna go with a triple, tank, that's interesting. But as well as PlatStratsRed, they are gonna go with the double main healer, the Mercy and the Ana. It could work if the Zarya doesn't do a whole lot for them.
Yeah, a very good point. We do have that sniper for Karma, which will be able to get some sights, but there's a lot of shields to deal with as we have Vortex coming in with the Goats comp yet again. Will it pay off this time? They've had a few times where it worked out really well. They're going to try to speed boost past this, but they get a hook, and it kind of slows it down, but they get to the point. They now have an advantage here. They're on the point, but they're going to force PlatStratsRed onto the point, but that anti-heal is just so strong. Chopster is not able to get healed up in time. That's the first pick off on your main tank, and there goes the Fuzzle on the off tank. More anti-healing coming in, just stopping all of that healing from the Ghost comp. It's really hard to heal when, your team can't receive it. And it does look like Otto does get picked off, but Pablo's there to get the res on that Mercy as they get the final cleanup on the Zarya and the D.Va. And there is the first defense. Almost got a tick for Vortex. So close, but PlatStratsRed jumped down just in the nick of time and stopped that from going.
I hope they switch here on Vortex. If Ghost doesn't work once, it won't work again, and it might be the death of them if they can't get anything with it.
That is true, but that Zarya is at 95% on her ult. That's a really fast ult charge for Zarya. Almost got it in the first fight. They are going to try and hope they can combo that with a few attacks. Will they be able to clean up with it? As the both supports on the side of PlatStratsRed do have their ults, so it can be a little bit tough. Karma up on her own on that ridge, has to jump down and lose her advantage. And Vortex hopping down onto the point. There goes that Graviton Surge. Are they going to be able to get anything? The D.Va Bomb comes out, stops anything from happening. All ults just getting expended, and so far no pickoffs. But there goes Brigitte getting the Ana, and the Orisa goes down as well. This is 2 pickoffs. This is what Vortex needed to be able to get this Auto going down with his ult. Almost dead, and there you go. But here comes PlatStratsRed getting the pickoff. That Karma on the Widowmaker really kind of just going uncontested. They're not able to get to him, but Vortex starting to get pickoffs. This should be point A for Vortex.
And looks like PlatStratsRed is going to pull back here, trying to defend the next point. But they do have more ultimates on their side than the Vortex here, so let's see, how they approach it.
Yeah, they're going to charge right in. They did get 5.5 minutes left on this map, so they got a lot of time. This might, if they can get the point here, that's what they're going for, but otherwise, they're going to go for some ult economy buildup. And we have Karma switching over to the Junkrat. Really, really good on this second point on Anubis. A lot of places where bombs can just cause some devastation. Ult's coming out, Radmello charging in. There goes D.Va Bombs and Elite Dugong dropping the coalescence to keep Vortex alive. They are starting to get the pickoffs. This could be a very good push for Vortex. They might get point 2. Graviton Surge to stop the Mortar from coming in and contesting. D.Va Bomb going in the corner, and there is point 2 for Vortex. What an attack.
They just had so much momentum there built up, and they had ults, and the other team was just getting so staggered, and they couldn't really capitalize on anything. And as I said, Ghost is meta, and they just dominated on Goats. Once they got through the first point, it was good for them for the second point.
Yeah, really, really good. Like you said, they just had all that momentum rolling. And, you know, an interesting choice that PlatStratsRed was given the choice if they wanted to attack or defend. And up to now, they've been attacking first, and it looked to be in their favor. This time, Vortex gets to attack first, and they just walked right through Anubis. Point B can be really tough, but they used that momentum from the first point and just walked on through. 4:44 left on the clock. That was a really good attack.
I mean, that's what 2CP is all about, you know? Those insane pushes with a lot of time, and hopefully it doesn't go into a draw here, but, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, you know, draws are always a little disappointing because neither team gets the win. But, you know, Vortex would gladly take a draw at this point because that will keep them in the series. They do, at the least, need to get a draw to be able to continue on and fight another day. Whereas PlatStratsRed, they got a big hill to climb if they want to win this in 3 maps.
You know, definitely. And here on Vortex, they're gonna run the Doomfist on the main. I mean, it worked last time on Control. On Nepal, you know, they think maybe if they could pull it off again, it could work. Even though the Doomfist is a different player, you know. But,
Yep.
Hey, break time's over. Let's get moving.
And that is actually the Doomfist on the side of Vortex, having the side switch, a little bit of confusion there. It worked really good for PlatStratsRed, and it was... No, it's all good. It gets a little confusing sometimes. And it was I Need Healing on the side of PlatStratsRed that just caused all sorts of mayhem on that Doomfist. But unfortunately, I Need Healing is not in this. And it looks like we're going to have Vortex hiding in the corner. They're going to try to bait... They're going to try to bait PlatStratsRed into just kind of exposing themselves really badly.
Yeah,
But the Junkrat kind of knowing what's going on, dropping some spam into the room, causing some havoc. Vortex has to come out. Here we go into the fight. Vortex coming out of their hiding. And nobody getting any pickoffs yet. We have the auto on the Hanzo, staying uncontested up there. Will he be able to get some kills? The May putting up walls, keeping the Hanzo from having to rotate. Zerwin's getting the kill on this Moira, and then there goes everything, and that is going to be a big hold for Vortex. Good start on defense for them.
What a great hold by them. I mean, the May really worked in their favor. It's easier to, you know, kill things when they're frozen, of course.
Yeah, oh, it's so easy to kill things when they're frozen or when they're stuck in a corner from a wall. Hohe having some great plays on that May just in this first defense. And we have Karma getting the junk tire on to start off, as well as Elite Dugong getting their coalescence. So a couple of ults already up. We almost got an Earth Shatter on the side of Chopstirred, and it looks like we have Vortex hiding up on the high ground. They're really kind of going for sneaky defense, and Otto has switched over to the Pharah from the Hanzo. Karma coming in with that junk tire. Will he be able to get any? Zerwin's with the Doofus is able to clean it up. That is no use there. The Earth Shatter comes down, doesn't get anybody. Radmel able to block it, but that's a pin from Chopstirred on Radmel, and that's another kill on the tank. Chopstirred just chasing everybody down, swinging wildly with that hammer. This is going to be another hold as Otto and Karma are the last ones left. I take that back. Otto goes down. Junkrat, Karma trying to get away, and will they be able to? There, he's going to get chased down, and that's going to be a big stagger on the side of PlatStratsRed. Well done. Another good defense for Vortex.
Yeah, what a great defense they're holding. I mean, it looks like their strat is to, like, hide, and then when they get closer onto the point, they go attack. You know, it's a great great strat, you know, to be used on 2CP.
Yeah, and it's working out really well for them, and they're being very smart about it. They're not hiding in the same spot. Every time they've switched positions and trying to make it really hard for PlatStratsRed to know where the attack is coming from, and it's paying off yet again as they get the pick off on Pablo, and they're just not able to get anything. But Otto with that Justice gets 3. That is not good for Vortex. That's a big pick. I don't know if that may is going to be enough. That is not going to be enough. That's only 1 pick, and it is down to the Elite Dugong to contest this point, and the Rhine gets a big Earth Shatter, but I don't know if that's going to be enough as Chopstirred goes down. This should be point A for PlatStratsRed.
60 seconds.
I mean, it was a great switch to the Pharah here. I mean, they don't have anything to counter, really. Like, you know, the May could snipe, but, you know. But it looks like they're switching. It looks like they're switching to the McCree and the Sombra on the side of the other team, and it could work in their favor here.
Yeah, for sure. Seeing that Pharah switch, he realizes they need to get somebody to be able to counter her. Otto was able to go free reign in that and got a huge triple kill to really open up point A for them. And they're gonna attack in. They not having that Ghost Comp, they didn't have the big push, but Zarya's Graviton Surge coming out is able to get a couple of them, and they do get the pick off on the Lucio, and Radmello trying to get away with that charge, doesn't get even, but a big shatter, gets 3 of them, and there's the follow-up. That is 3 down. What a huge shatter, and that is going to be a huge start to this fight where it looked like Vortex was gonna hold off. Oh, and the junk tire stops the Sombra from coming in just before Karma. Gonna drop his junk tire and get 2. Oh man, this is not a good defense, or looking good for Vortex as they're trying to come in. Fuzzle is the only one left on the point, contesting as best they can. Auto dropping the ult, just smothering that Diva to oblivion. And there is point A, or excuse me, point B for PlatStratsRed. It took a little bit longer on point A, but just walked right through point B.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw on the kill screen on the right side, it showed that the Pharah got a boop kill on the Diva mech, which is, you know, like,
yeah.
so that's, you know, kind of a little funny thing that happened there. I thought I should mention it.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, it happens occasionally.
Yeah, definitely a special kill for Otto there. You know, one for the books to remember about. All right, but now we do get to keep PlatStratsRed on the attack as they had less time in the bank than Vortex. Will Vortex maintain that same defense? It worked out so well for a little while, but then once it fell apart, PlatStratsRed just walked on the way through to point B. Both teams really were able to steamroll and snowball this map, which is, like you said earlier, very prone to happen on 2CP. What does Vortex need to do to try to maintain this advantage and stay in this series?
Just I just feel like, well, they need to win this map to be able to still stay in this series, to maybe even win, you know, if it's possible for them. And what they did on defense last time worked, so if they could just keep that momentum of what they did before, they should be okay.
Yeah, very true, but they are switching up their composition, maybe thinking that PlatStratsRed is going to be ready for it, so they're going to skip it around. So we have Narissa Diva on tanks with Hohi on, and on the Widowmaker and Junkrat from Zerwins. Then we got the Brigitte and Mercy on Hills. And we got a dive, kind of a dive comp on the side of PlatStratsRed. We'll see if they're able to get in on those back lines. And it looks like they're going after that Junkrat, but he's got some major healing coming in from that Mercy. And first pick is on the side of Vortex. They get the Winston, who goes maybe a little bit too far from his supports. And there goes Diva as well. They're a little too deep, it looked like. And it looks like Vortex is going to have a good defense here, although there is still quite a few people on the side of PlatStratsRed. They're just kind of hanging out, waiting for respawns to come in. Karma gets the D-Mech on Fuzzled. This could help the push. Otto starting to do some more damage on the Pharah, but does get taken down by Hohi, doing his job, taking care of the air support. But Mercy with the res, they are back up and starting to get some kills on the side of PlatStratsRed. Red Mellow taking out Hohi. There goes a big part of the damage, and there goes Elite Dugong. That is a major healing. And though Red Mellow does come down from Junkrat, that is not enough as Junkrat tries to get some damage done with his tire. He gets taken down. This is going to be point A for PlatStratsRed, done a little bit quicker than last time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they did very well attacking this round, and I just feel like, you know, PlatStratsRed is just a better overall team in mechanics and communicating.
Yeah, it does definitely seem like that they have much better call-outs on who they want to go for. They really kind of push in on that target. We do have Hohi dropping their walls. We got that infrared vision, so this is going to make this push a little bit delayed on the side of PlatStratsRed. We do have some ults coming up on the side of them. We got both support ults, and that Pharah, once again, coming on that rock barrage was pretty devastating last time. So as we come into this attack here, what do you think what is going to be the important thing for Vortex to keep in mind as these ults start coming in on the side of Vortex or PlatStratsRed?
Well, it's not just that. They need to shut down this Reaper because they just switched off another hero to go to the Reaper, and that's going to tear up their tank line if they don't really stop anything. But it looks like PlatStratsRed is going to be stopped here, unfortunately.
Yeah, good defense initially right there. Even though Otto is causing some mayhem, still, Karma, you pointed out that wasn't able to really get a whole lot done on the tanks. Just was back there, but too much damage happened up front, away from where the DPS for PlatStratsRed was going, so they weren't able to really capitalize on any of the damage that their DPS was doing. Otto did get a couple kills, was able to build up that rocket barrage, but it wasn't enough to make a push here. We are down to the last minute and 15 seconds for PlatStratsRed, and they got their Transcendence. The rocket barrage should have a Diva Bomb up as well, but on the defense we got 3 ults as well. That Junk Tire, the Power Boost, as well as a Diva Bomb themselves. And Zerwins gets the pick off on the Zenyatta, but Mercy's there to res, but it sacrifices her own life for the kill. However, PlatStratsRed is starting to get a few of their own kills. That's a big Diva Bomb, gets the Mercy. However, is that going to be enough for them to be able to get the point? They have the Reinhardt on the point, does get picked off by the Fuzzled, and there's a Transcendence from Please Mr. Winston. This is going to keep the team alive as they're able to start taking out a few of the players, and this is starting to go in the advantage of the side of PlatStratsRed as Otto gets a double kill and takes care of the supercharger from Orisa. PlatStratsRed Karma taking care of more people with that Death Blossom, and that is going to be a big hold start to this fight and start progressing on the point for PlatStratsRed. And Fuzzle trying to come in. We got Chopstirred on the Hamster coming in, gets earth shattered and smacked to the ground. Doomfist out on the field now with Zerwins. They're really just trying to get back quick. They're trying to cause some havoc and delay this as long as possible. We got 5 seconds left. We're going to be going into overtime before this is over. But can PlatStratsRed finish it? This is their final attack. They got to get it here. Radmel trying to go for charge. We got the Diva Bomb coming in to clear the point. Is this going to do enough? That does get the Lucio. This is not looking good for Vortex as Guzzled is the last one on the point with the Hammond. But he's going to get taken down, and here we go. This is starting the cleanup phase for PlatStratsRed. They just got to get the kills, clean up the points as he trying to do everything, does get the Mercy, but then it's not enough, and that is point B again for PlatStratsRed.
You know what, Vortex, they tried their best, but it didn't work for them. I mean, as I said, they need to stop that Reaper, and the Reaper, did some work there. Got the picks he needed and ulted when he needed, and he just, got to them. And then ended up getting really, really staggered as a team.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Once those staggers started coming in, it was really hard for Vortex to stop it, and they just too much damage from Karma and Otto. It's just super bursty damage, and whenever they made contact, it was dropping Vortex's defense was down super fast. They couldn't get it there, and they couldn't get the picks that they needed to be able to stabilize that. However, they did use up all of the time on the side of PlatStratsRed, so if they can attack faster, they will have a better chance moving forward. They'll have another chance to get the map win. They have 4 minutes and 44 seconds to do what they did before. So let's revisit. Will they be able to recap as fast as they did on the first one? Last time they went with the Goats comp and worked out really well for them. It looks like this time, though, they're going to do a Goats comp up with that Widowmaker instead of a third tank.
Barrier activated. 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers in.
And so this is the last chance for Vortex to get the or to get a win in the series. Will they be able to do it, or will PlatStratsRed get the sweep, bringing out the brooms, taking care of business, and moving on to the Division A finals?
Oh yeah, definitely. If Red wins this, it's over for Vortex. So, I mean, good luck to both of them.
Yeah, we always want to see good competition from these. This is, everybody's trying to do their best, so you never want to see anybody get swept. It's never fun, but, sometimes the teams are just better, and it is still a competition, so it happens. Vortex coming up on that high ground, really pushing back on there, and they're going to force PlatStratsRed off of that high ground that they had. They kind of gave it up pretty easily. They saw that they were going to be a little outmatched up there, as he did switch to the Roadhog instead of that Widowmaker. He's coming in from the left side, and they're fighting in such tight spaces. If only somebody had a Junkrat, this would be devastating for the other team. But Legion gets the D-Mech as Chopstirred takes care of Diva, and then Zerwin's taking care of Karma on the McCree. This is looking really good for Vortex. They're getting the pickups they need. Chopstirred super aggressive, going after everybody on PlatStratsRed. Otto with that super early Dragon Strike does get the D-Mech, but it's not enough as he gets the kill on Orisa, and Chopstirred just charging around. being super aggressive, gets the Diva down, and that is point A, super fast for Vortex yet again.
Oh yeah. Coming up on their side, they're having the Earth Shatter as well as the armor coming here from the break. You know, good work here.
Yeah, they're gonna have their ults. They're gonna pop that rally right off the bat, try to get that armor built up. Otto coming in again with that. We got that Reaper on the field once more, trying to get in the back line. Doesn't get much done, but it does kind of disrupt the attack for a moment. But Vortex staying very, very organized on this attack. We get a huge Earth Shatter and a massive Diva Bomb from Fuzzled out, following up the Earth Shatter. This is a great attack for Vortex. Good timing. That was great communication from the tanks right there. And it is just Otto left on the point contesting. He's not going to last long once he comes out of that Wraith form. And there he goes. We got Please Mr. Winston coming back out with the Transcendence. Could this help them? But Sin gets wrecked. Oh, a huge Earth Shatter coming from Radmel from behind. This is not good. PlatStratsRed following up with some kills. That Transcendence and the Wraith Walk from the Reaper delaying long enough for the respawns to come back. And they're going to repel this attack without giving up a tick. Oh,
you know, that was insane. I mean, Vortex almost had the point. You know, they were gonna sweep them, and then there goes the Reinhardt, full shatter, gets mostly everybody, and then the rest of the team was able to clean up, and you know they're back on defending her.
Yeah, and now that a lot of ults were used, the defense can really stabilize now. You know, that first attack, if you can hold it on defense, things can go really well in your favor, but that's where these two CPs can snowball. When Vortex or PlatStratsRed looked like they were gonna get destroyed on point B with that huge Earth Shatter Diva Bomb combo, but it was not enough as they stalled. So here we go. We got under 2 minutes left. Vortex needs to get this point. They do have some ults coming up. They got Earth Shatter again. But PlatStratsRed is not going to let them come up and get on the point. They are going super aggressive. Radmello trying to go after. We got the Coalescence keeping him alive on that Reinhardt, but we do get a pick off of Karma. Tracer going down by Fuzzle deep in the enemy lines. Should be able to spawn back before too much of an issue. And we got a Earth Shatter, gets blocked by the Roadhog. Otto in the backline with the Death Blossom does get the Lucio, and he's gonna be able to get out with his own life. Otto and Hoki gets the kill. Once more on Otto, and Brad Mello diving deep into their enemy lines, gets the chops there, and the Moira. That's going to be another hold for PlatStratsRed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Otto is doing very, very well here on the Reaper. You know, he could have got a bigger ultimate if he got the D-Rad mech, but you know what? Still worked. They got the healer. You know, that's the most important thing here. And it looks on their side, they're having their take ultimates up, so they could combo with the Tracer, and it could be beautiful.
Yes, it could. We got that Earth Shatter grab combo. I always love seeing the Earth Shatter follow a dirty grab. And we'll see if they're able to do that. We've got to get rid of Chopsurd's tank if they want to be able to successfully do that. Otto trying to dive in, almost gets killed, but that Wraith Walk keeps him safe. And we got them, the attack coming in. Earth Shatter again from Chopsurd, and the Diva combo. Is it going to get anything? It gets two again. Great combo once again. They are working that to perfection. Please Mr. Winston drops the Transcendence to try to keep him alive. It's not enough. It looks like Vortex is starting to make a good push here once again. Pablo and Karma's trying to delay this point, trying to get their team, allow their team to get back. No tick percentage yet for Vortex, so good starts on the defense even with that bad start. Legion drops the sound barrier. This is going to help really push this attack as Chopster takes care of Radmello. We are now into overtime. This is it for Vortex. They have to get it here. They are starting to get the pickoffs. Zerwins gets Otto, and we have another Earth Shatter. It gets blocked from Chopster. They're getting the cleanups. I think this might be it. Can anybody get back to contest? They should be able to contest. Legion is just out, or plays Mr. Wilson out there.
Yeah, it looks like the Lucio is trying to contest her at the last minute, but they're just getting shut down, and they and it looks like Vortex here does get the point.
Yeah, that they were really working that Earth Shatter and self-destruct combination to perfection. Once getting 3 kills, they weren't able to follow up and get all the kills necessary to get the win, but the second time they do it and they follow up really well with the rest of the kills, and that time they're able to get it. Both teams going into overtime, so we have another round of 1 minute each for both teams, and on the attack first will be PlatStratsRed, followed by Vortex taking the attack. So can either team get point A? In the past rounds, Vortex has had better point A attacks much quicker.
Oh yeah, definitely, but I just have a feeling they're just gonna do some sort of goats. I mean, that's the best thing to run on assault, because you know you can get there fast, especially that they only have this 1 minute time period. But it looks like, you know, PlatStratsRed is going with the goats comp here. Let's see if they, you know, switch something up. But on the other side,
go ahead.
it does look like they're gonna run the Bastion, which can, you know, do good or do bad.
Yeah, that is an interesting. They are rolling out the Bastion on defense. They're gonna go. Looks like they're gonna go for a high ground up on the side around the corner. So, good place for Bastion to set up. With this Goats comp, they got a lot of shields. Will it be enough to stop the Bastion? Really fun to see Bastion when you don't normally see him on those points, but it looks like PlatStratsRed is coming right up on the corner, right after them. Where do they dive and get that down? But Chopster taking care of Otto real fast. That Bastion just melting out the damage. He's just staying safe, almost dying. They're dropping all the healing going into Zerwin's. What they need to do is they need to take care of that. If they can take care of Zerwin's on that Bastion, this defense is going to fall apart for Vortex. But Bastion's already got his ult. Karma, Legion dropping ults, all sorts of ults dropping on the side of Vortex. This is definitely looking good for their attack. They're going to repel, but Otto on the Brigida sneaking to the point, trying to hide, not going to be able to get the point. Radmel coming in to help, and we're down to the final 10 seconds. I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the point in time to contest this into overtime, as Bastion's going to drop that ult for safety to make sure they can't get there, and that's going to be a hold on the side of Vortex. Almost got there, but not quite enough. Good defense for Vortex.
Oh yeah, definitely. They should have, once they saw the Bastion, they should have just tried to switch immediately to something like a Reaper or even a Junkrat, but they're like, we only have this much time left, let's just try to shut down him. And you know, it didn't really work for them, so, you know, that's what feels bad.
Yeah,
But
it's, you know, when you have a minute, it's really hard to be like,
Yeah.
okay, let's just drop this and you know, reset, because a minute, yeah, it's not very long. That's at best 2 attacks if you die really fast on the first one. Defense has definitely got the advantage here. All right, so Vortex getting the full hold. In the past, they've had a really good point A attack. Will they be able to make this push? We have and extend this series into another. Well, if they don't, regardless, even if they don't get a tick, this will go another series, as this will be a draw. So for PlatStratsRed, you know, it's at this point, whether they win or lose, it doesn't really hurt the series that much, because they're still at the advantage of needing only 1 more map win. So they would like, I'm sure, to get the draw, because it helps momentum going into the next map. But at this point, Vortex, they're feeling pretty good. They know that at the least they're getting a draw, and that extends the series into our next map. And so they've got to be feeling good about themselves after Temple of Anubis. Even though it's not over, they know that they're extending to 4 maps. As we go on the attack, we got Chopster and Fuzzled on the tanks, on the Reinhardt and that Diva. We got, on the attack, and here they come. They're going to go straight for the point. We got PlatStratsRed hanging up high. Karma on the Reaper, maybe going to hold try to drop down low on him, going in. Radmel charging in, does get the kill on Chopster. That's going to be a good start to the defense for them. Radmel go in a little low. He's getting all the healing coming in, but it's not enough as he gets destroyed by everything. Puzzled, though, dropping afterwards. Does get the res on Radmello. Mercy just hanging on top of that banner right there.
That's a great spot for Mercy. Like,
fantastic. Was able to get the res, didn't even have to move. That was fantastic. And that is the first attack take done for Vortex. Can they get back in time and to contest? They should be able to get to the point with that Lucio speed boost. They're going to get there, and this is it. Do they get a tick and get the map win, or is this map going to a draw? We got Chopster making the dive onto Sin with the Diva. He's just pinned into the corner, taking care of business. Otto, though, with that Junkrat, does get the kill on Elite Dugong. And Reaper, Otto going to drop the tire. Will this sustain the defense? Does get the kill on Legion. Is enough. Pablo sneaks in, gets Radmel up. That's a huge res. We got Zerwin's making the fair plays. Is it going to get the kills? Oh, Diva Bomb from Fuzzle takes care of both supports. That's not looking good for PlatStratsRed. This might be point A. Well, that first tick for Vortex, and it is. That is map win for Vortex. They get a map win in the series, as we will move on to our 4th map. GG's for Vortex, not getting swept.
oh yeah, what a great. And that was a clutch play by Diva there with the Diva bombs. Definitely.
Definitely. Fuzzle got so many kills with their Diva bombs, so many clutch kills, especially on attack. Very well timed, very well placed. But this was a great time for Auto here, switching over there, as we will be heading to our next map. It is going to be the hybrid of Eichenwald. We'll see you in a few. All right, and welcome back, everybody. We are into Eichenwald. This is our hybrid map for the day, map 4 with PlatStratsRed, reading 2-1 over Vortex. I Need Healing has been subbed back in for Auto on the side of PlatStratsRed, and also a bit of news. Unfortunately, Quella did have to take off, so you're going to be stuck with me solo casting for the rest of this match. Hopefully it doesn't, it's not too bad. We'll see how it goes, but we do have our teams getting set up, and we'll have Vortex on the attack first, and then PlatStratsRed with defense. We have them rolling in. We got the Reinhardt and Zarya for their tanks. We got Junkrat and McCree for their DPS, and the Zenyatta and Ana for support. Last time they rolled that Ana on with Pablo, they was able to cause some serious devastation with those anti-heals. Those really came in clutch for the side on the side of PlatStratsRed on Junkertown, especially. They were really hurt a lot of what Vortex was trying to do on the attack as they full held them on Junkertown. Pretty crazy hold off on the side of PlatStratsRed there. But this is a new map. This is the hybrid maps. One of the more interesting maps is you have the start. You have to capture the point, and then you get to do the escort. Always fun to see how the strategies change from point to point. And it looks like on the side of Vortex, unless things change last second, we're going to be getting a Reinhardt and Zarya for the tanks, the Tracer and Pharah for our DPS, the Brigitte and the Mercy for supports. We're going to have that Pharah Mercy. Will it give the advantage to the Vortex, as Pharah is going to be able to just start peppering down some damage and hopefully build up their ult really fast so they can get that rocket barrage. And meanwhile, though, Karma, their job is going to be able to maintain that skies and keep the Zerwins from being able to get some serious damage going on. But we got the tanks already pushing in onto the point. Radmel is dropping a little low. We got Chopster getting taken down. And in behind the scenes, though, Buzzled and Legion getting a couple pickoffs. And Pablo, though, getting Brigitte wasn't enough, as Chopster is able to get the opposing Reinhardt and make the push. We got Sin hanging on the point, contesting it behind enemy lines. They don't know. Do they not know she's there? Oh, there we go. They find out Sin is hanging out there. They were just either taking care of her opponents. Pablo trying to come in and do some help on Sin isn't enough. Gets taken down, and Mr. Winston coming in doesn't get the kill. Just a little bit of delay, and that's going to be a really quick point A take for Vortex. The Zerwin's on the far wasn't able to, or wasn't contested. They weren't able to really keep her out of the sky. She was able to just rain damage from above and build up her ult. Zerwin's already has the ult in their bank, and they're going to be able to use this in their for their advantage. We have PlatStratsRed setting up on the high ground. Karma switched over to the Widowmaker. Hopefully be able to take care of that Farah just a little bit better, as we got Farah does try to get behind and take care of business. Does get one kill on Pablo, but PlatStratsRed was ready for that and only gets the one kill off. Though it's a 1-for-1 trade and no mercies on the side of PlatStratsRed. They're not going to be able to bring that Pablo back, but he'll be able to get back quickly enough as the snipers are going at it. He takes care of his counterpart, Karma. That's going to give some advantage to Vortex as sidelines are taken care of. Chopster with a beautiful fire blast takes care of I Need Healing. There goes a lot of damage on the side of PlatStratsRed. Chopster trying to take care of the Winston with the charge. Radmel just jumps over the top of him, but coming in, he is dropping the Legion, takes care of the Zenyatta. And this is a good push for this Vortex right now. They're starting to go. Rally is dropped by Legion on that Brigitte, and they're taking care of business on this attack so far. And Hohi just hanging back is going to have some nice sight lines. And will PlatStratsRed try to contest this, or the body block's going to stop them? And that is point 2 for Vortex. Oh, they don't get it. They jumped off the point. Oh, he takes care of Karma, though. Oh, and a big junk tire from I Need Healing. Takes care of Zarya and Mercy. And they do get the payload finally to the point. I didn't think that was going to happen for a second there, as Vortex kind of scattered from the point to go take care of the kills. And here we go, moving forward, though. The defense coming forward and starting to get some kills, but the spawn is in favor of Vortex as they're coming back. The payload is already moving in down the stairs on point 3, moving into the second to last turn. Vortex just kind of walking through this. Radmel hanging forward a little bit away from the rest of his team, trying to stall a little bit. Karma getting some revenge on Hohe. There we go. Oh, and the Genji from Zerwins gets destroyed, trying to pull out that Dragon Blade. Very huge pickup by PlatStratsRed. They were ready for it. And the Diva Bomb doing absolutely nothing, just forcing the enemy team back. It is going to be a cleanup on the defense. They are pushing in. They're playing really aggressive on this, and it punishes them. Hohe getting the kill on Pablo. It's going to stop this aggressive defense as I Need Healing is also about to go down, and there goes the kill. Hohe getting another kill after the Tracer pestered and harassed in the back line. This is maybe too aggressive on the side of PlatStratsRed. They're falling back, but we got Zerwins on the Tracer trying to get back in the enemy lines. Fuzzle taken care of. Diva on the D-Mech, and we got Radmel getting nano boost, and Karma taking care of Hohe once more, getting that advantage, getting the advantage onto the sniper battle. I Need Healing dropping really low, really needs the healing. Transcendence coming in big time, but it's not stopping any of the kills on the side of Vortex as they get in kills. Mercy dropping the Valkyries, able to provide a lot of area healing for the whole team. And that is going to be some pickups on the side of Vortex. Legion taking care of the Zenyatta. And oh, a huge charge from Chopster to stop the Diva from diving in. And that is 0.3 for Vortex. A couple stalls there. Otherwise, they just kind of walked right on through that and really made a big push into that with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Very good attack for Vortex, as we will flip sides and see if PlatStratsRed can equalize or do better. This is looks like being able to be on attack has been favoring the enemy teams. If this does go to map 5, though, keep in mind on Nepal that PlatStratsRed 1-2-0, having won 100-0, and then 99-100 on the second map in Sanctum. So if that goes back and it is a repeat, this could be in the favor of PlatStratsRed if it goes 5. However, they still have to get through Eichenwald. Vortex having a great attack, making a play to get this to 5 maps, and having won the map 3 instead of just going to draw, it gives them an advantage going forward to actually get them snap win, a reverse sweep. Are we going to see a reverse sweep from the side of Vortex? It is a possibility after that attack. Very well done on their side. So on the defense, we're going to have Chopster on that Reinhardt, making some great plays, getting some huge kills. Buzzled on the Zarya, while Hohe is moving to the McCree, and Zerwin's sticking on the Pharah on point A. This is very good Pharah point A for Eichenwald. There's a lot of open area. There's places to hide from the rockets from up above, but there's plenty of area where Pharah can really cause some harassment. And on the attack, if things stay as they are, it looks like we're going to have an Orisa and Diva from PlatStratsRed, whereas we're going to have a Hanzo and Pharah, and then the Zenyatta and Mercy. So going to have a dueling Mercies in the skies on point A, it looks like. And indeed, that is what PlatStratsRed is going out with, the attacking Orisa.
I will not waste this opportunity.
So we got the Pharahs up in the sky. Are they going to be able? Who's going to get the advantage on this? As it looks like Zerwin is starting to get some pepper shots, almost taking care of the Hanzo. I Need Healing, getting a little low, having to hide from cover, get some healing from the Mercy back there. Far as up above, raining rockets down low. Not getting a whole lot of damage done, but it is keeping teams at bay. The Diva really taking care of that far as Sin is able to take care of Zerwin's with those rockets of her own. That is one down. Mercy's not going to be able to get that res. That would be a very dangerous res to go for. So this kid's an advantage for PlatStratsRed as they take care of Zarya. It's a 6-on-5, starting to make ground, and Karma's just going in, diving in with that. Elite Dudong does get the res on Zarya. Is it going to be enough? The rest of her team is falling. I don't think it's going to be enough. As PlatStratsRed is taking care of business. Pharah still uncontested up high. And that is going to be a lot of kills on the side of blue. This should be point A. I don't think even if Vortex wanted to get back in time, I don't think they could contest this. So that is going to be point A. Vortex likely going to sit back and set up. Though he did get the pickoff on Karma, though Mercy was there to get the res. And that was, you know, just a little switch. It does burn the Mercy res, but with how slow this initial start to phase 2 is, that might not matter too much. But Zerwins does get a headshot on I Need Healing. That's the Hanzo battle going in the favor of Vortex, we got that going for Vortex. They're coming forward aggressive. They're not going for the high ground. They know they want to stop PlatStratsRed in their tracks. They don't want to let them get any free movement. Rad Mello moving forward. We got that halt, trying to get some separation from the tank, but Vortex is falling back smartly. We got Sin guiding after the tanks, and there goes the Valkyrie on both sides. We're gonna have some big healing going on, or damage. Both the Mercy is doing some damage boost right now. They want to really try to take care of it. Legion pushing forward on that Brigida, getting a little dangerously low, but falls back into safety. And as the Valkyries die down, not a whole lot happened there. Just a lot of kind of stallmate. With their Hohi sitting on the high ground, free, but look at the ults on the side of PlatStratsRed. They have everything but that Valkyrie they just used. This is big. But on the side of Vortex, they do have two themselves with almost having the rally and almost a couple of other ults on the sites as well as Dragon Strike. So not too far off from a huge ult battle coming up here. And the Dragon Strike gets dropped behind the enemy lines. Not the best placement for that. Zerwins takes care of I need healing for that. And Karma trying to get some justice behind. Isn't able to get anything. As ults start dropping and not a whole lot going for PlatStratsRed. Even though they had all of those ults, Chopster taking care of business with his Earthshatter and moving, really repelling that ult attack from the side of PlatStratsRed. Four of the 5 ults were used for PlatStratsRed, and they were completely stuffed with only using two ults, excuse me, on the side of Vortex, using the Earthshatter and the rally. So really, if you're PlatStratsRed, that's not what the outcome you wanted from that fight was. As ults start building up, we got a Dragon Strike combo coming with the Graviton Surge, but it looks like only one that got picked up was Rad Mello, who just dropped their defense in movability and dropped out of it. Didn't get anybody, so there's a couple of ults on the side of Vortex used up, and the Dragon Strike, I'm not sure where it went. It just kind of seemed like it just went through the air into nothing. Karma chasing down Zerwins on that Hans are trying to get a pick off, and Mercy valking up in the air, gonna give some damage boost, and it helps picking off Rad Mello. And Hohi getting another kill on I Need Healing, and this is going to be res used for Rad Mello, but they are still down 5, having lost Hanzo. And really good defense on the side of Vortex. That Diva Bomb does get the Mercy, and Karma gets fuzzled, who pushed a little too far forward. Dropping the Valkyrie for Pablo is going to just help give this team some more aggressiveness. Pablo chasing down the Rhine and getting the kill. Battle Mercy. That's going to be a big win on the side of on the side of
My ultimate is ready.
PlatStratsRed, as Pablo popped the Valkyrie and chased the Rhine down for the kill. Rally being dropped, gonna try to contest this. Oh, just barely short, but Karma ready on the side, does get 1 kill on the Mercy. That's a big pick off, but gets picked off himself. However, Pablo sacrifices himself to bring Karma back up, get that damage. Can PlatStratsRed get this push? Oh, big kills coming in as both the Hanzo and the Reinhardt die, but Legion chasing the Zen down. That's not a fight you want to be if you're Zen, but it's enough for PlatStratsRed to get the kills. Karma, Legion does get knocked off, was trying to sacrifice and not get any ult charge, but Rad Mello gets the kill, and that's going to help with their ult charges, and we move forward into the final stage of Eichenwald. Definitely time is in the advantage of Vortex. They had a really good point B hold, so it's going to give them advantage. Even if PlatStratsRed is able to cap this, they will have less time in the bank. All right, moving forward, we have both tank ults on the side of Vortex is dropping that sides, and also the Dragon Strike, which was just used by I Need Healing on PlatStratsRed. Didn't get much, but we have that Dragon Surge combo. They were ready for it. They got out of that Graviton Surge and used the Transcendence to stop any damage, and they follow it up with a kill on Fuzzled. The hammer down, doesn't get anything as it went right into the Orisa shield. Didn't move forward just enough, but Legion picks up Karma flying in the air. Pablo's gonna get the res. Will he survive this time? He does, but he is there to get the kill. And Sin is able to get the Zenyatta down on the other side. They're pushing, this is getting real close though, but the advantage is in the spawn favor for for Vortex, as Mercy is just floating in the air, keeping that Reinhardt alive. Just everything going to keep that Reinhardt alive. Zerwins is able to get the kill on Rad Mello. This might be time for PlatStratsRed to back up. They're going to fall back and cut their losses. They don't want to lose too many more here. They are down to 1.5 minutes. and they need their full team for a push here. Once again, with Vortex having that advantage, we got that, and we got the Pharah hiding in the back corner who has that rocket barrage. Will Vortex be able to scout her out, or will she be free? We got the 76 coming around the corner. Oh, he sees the Pharah. The Pharah's not going to be able to get any backdoor sneak attacks with that rocket barrage. We got Valkyrie popped by Pablo. They're going to make their push here, but Zerwin's taking out I Need Healing when using a Sonic Arrow. Karma trying to get above ground to get some kills. Nothing going from the Dragon Strike, but Sin does pick off Legion with her self-destruct, and there's some big kills coming in. Huge reds for Karma, and that's a big double kill for Karma. Both tanks down, does die in the process, but here's some heals falling in. Legion switching over to Lucio to try to get back and boot people off the point. Is it going to be enough? Dragon Strike coming in from I Need Healing, going to keep people off the point. If you go on that, you're going to die. Chops are switching to the ball, going to try to extend this delay. Doesn't get any kills, just delays it for a little bit, but not long as the team is falling down. They're just trickling in now. This is just a matter of cleanup kills for PlatStratsRed as Elite Dugong try to get there in time to push it to overtime, but not enough. This will give PlatStratsRed another chance on offense. So both teams given 1 minute to additional to attack. That's 4 minutes, 4 seconds for Vortex, and only a minute for PlatStratsRed. They had a great first attack, so they might be able to do this, but once they lose all their time, they are down to overtime the rest of the way. Definitely an advantage for Vortex moving into the phase rounds 3 and 4 of Eichenwald. So this is I would give this Vortex's map to lose. They definitely have an advantage with 3 minutes and 4 seconds additional on the time bank.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Now we're talking.
All right, so as the defense is lining up and getting set up, we have a Reinhardt and Diva with a Mei, Brigitte, Lucio, and Moira on defense. They're going to go with a GOATS comp, but with 2 tanks and that Mei, who can really cause some issues. And on offense, we got the Reinhardt, Diva, Lucio, Zarya, Brigitte, and Moira. They're going full GOATS comp. Then Vortex kind of hiding around the corner. Will they be able to see this in time? We're going to have a huge wall off on Red Mello. Gets completely beautiful play by Vortex. Totally saw that coming. And they were all over that. Red Mello getting obliterated, being sold off. PlatStratsRed tried to get around in the room. Wasn't enough. As Zerwins takes care of his Brigitte counterpart. And that's going to be a initial hold. Oh, and another wall. Just stopping the retreat. Mei, huge pick on the side of Hohi for Vortex. This is a huge pick. Beautiful Mei walls, really just destroyed any chance of attack for PlatStratsRed. As we're into the final 14 seconds. PlatStratsRed has got to get to the point. They have 10 seconds to get there, and that Mei wall not letting it happen. Red Mello going down yet again, getting separated from her team, and this might be it. Earth shatter, big shatter from Tropsterd, as that is a beautiful hold. Beautiful hold for Vortex. Mei, huge ice walls by Mei. My goodness, that was amazing. So 4 minutes and 4 seconds for Vortex to get 1 tick on point A. This is, again, after such a tricky and beautiful hold on defense with that Mei wall twice, getting Rad Mello caught alone away from the rest of his team. No healing, no additional damage, and they were just able to go crazy and ham on him. That was a beautiful play, beautiful strategy for Vortex. Now, can they capitalize in the next 4 minutes and get to the 33% needed to get map number 2 in their favor and push the series to 5? Or will this be a draw and get stuck and going 2-1 to map 5? Still need 3 wins for our teams, as this is a best of 5. So if this map goes draw and then Vortex wins map 5, we will have a 6th map in this series. But so far, Vortex is looking like they are going to get the win here. But you never know. Defenses can always have Some great holds as we see Karma going on the Mei. Well, they're gonna try some of those strategies as well. Maybe not necessarily the as tricky of a strategy as Vortex went, but maybe not. But Hohi is gonna be in Sombra Invisible. It's gonna spot out that Mei. That's gonna be called out for the team, and the team comes through the door away from where the Mei is. But Maywall's not gonna get anything done as Vortex was prepared for that eventuality, and the Mei though still causing some damage with the freeze. I need healing back on his legendary Doomfist from Nepal, taking care of business already, paying off big time, getting the kill on the Brigitte. That's gonna push this defense back. And if you're a Vortex, you know you're not in a rush. Fall back, reset. You don't want to feed a whole lot into those ults. So good job on their part. They lost one. They lost their Brigitte. Fall back, regroup, and actually switching Elite Dugong to the Mercy, no longer on the Brigitte, and they're gonna move forward once again. This time with a far Mercy, excuse me, Zerwin switching to the Brigitte, and Elite Dugong switching to the Mercy. And Hohi getting that Sombra, getting back on the hacks, trying to take care of business, not able to get the hack on the Doomfist, but it does create the distraction for Chopster to get around. And Zerwin's is going to start causing some havoc on that far out. Nobody to really contest her. Earthshatter from Radmello destroys Chopster into the ice wall, and that's going to be a cleanup for them as Radmello is just aggressively attacking. Once again, this is going to be another defensive hold for PlatStratsRed. Down to 2.5 minutes left. Almost half of the time bank is going down. Has gone down, but there's still enough time. They do need to get that first tick. It is possible for this to be a full hold for PlatStratsRed. We're dropping into 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the time bank, and we got Pharmacy going around the back trying to get a little bit of a flanking from there, and Legion gets I need healing. There goes one of the damage for PlatStratsRed. This is their moment. Vortex needs to push forward. They have that Legion to push forward. Oh, and a huge Mei ult's gonna stop them. A lot of freezing happening there. Chopster gets pushed into it, and they take care of Fuzzled on the Diva. Is taken down. The Earthshatter doesn't get anybody, and I Need Healing's already back. He's got his Meteor Strike coming in. Will there be any kills? Oh, and he gets Elite Dugong. That is going to be a big pickoff for them. That was coming back. They weren't able to capitalize on that early pickoff on I Need Healing as he comes in, gets a couple kills. Zerwins does get Pablo, but it's not enough, and is in retreat for the rest of the team, and falls himself. Pablo will be back and should be in time, but we are starting to get a lot of ults built up for the defense. We got Nano Boost, we've got Transcendence, we've got Earthshatter, and we've got Graviton Surge. And meanwhile, on the attack, we have the EMP. This could be big. The Diva Bomb, the Barrage, and Valkyrie. Huge EMP, gets a lot of them, as Zerwin does get Rocket Barrage off, but the Sleep Dart ends it. Diva Bomb from Fuzzle picks up I Need Healing, Nano boosted Radmello. Reinhardt going crazy, not really able to get any damage. Everybody scattered from him, and Zerwin's hanging up in the sky, free from any attention. As I Need Healing is not able to get him. Karma freezing Fuzzle though is going to help take care of some of that, but Zerwin's comes in and saves his tank, and Vortex has control of the point, and they're not able to get there. They body block Sin, and that is point A, 33% for Vortex, and also map win number 2, equalizing the series at 2-2. We head to our 5th map and final map, which will be Control on a control map. On Lijiang Tower. That will be heading to our final map is Lijiang Tower. We'll see you in a few. All right, everybody, welcome back to Overtime Champions community matchup between PlatStratsRed and Vortex. This is the Europe PC Division A semifinals. We are in match 5. This is match point. Whoever wins Lijiang Tower gets to advance to the finals and gets the glory of the win. Their reward for winning, they will get to play their opponent is the Flex Tapes, who came from Vortex group. So if Vortex actually gets this win, they'll go up against their the number one team from their division, who back in group stages actually swept Vortex. Flex Tapes went 3-0 on Vortex. So it could be, if they win, it's some redemption time. Maybe get some revenge on that 3-0. However, if PlatStratsRed wins, well, they haven't met them before, so we don't know what any past results were. We'll have to see how things play forward. But we got Lijiang Tower to come to match us up first, and up first is the Night Market. We have first map, and it looks like on the side of PlatStratsRed, they're gonna have 3 tanks, Karma on the Pharah with no mercy. And then on the side, and with a Lucio, and on the side of Vortex, they're gonna roll in with a Far Mercy Moira May, which played off so well for them as Karma gets an early pick off on his counterpart. Zerwin's good start for PlatStratsRed, and Mercy, is she gonna be able to get back? That is a big boop from Karma, gets the Mercy off and the healing. Radmel getting the pick on Legion, and that is a big first fight for PlatStratsRed. A huge pick off on Zerwin's from Karma to start. And then a major boop on the Mercy. Did not have her Guardian Angel. No teammates close enough to be able to grab on and float back. Just desperately floating down and to her death. Big point for PlatStratsRed. They get the point first. Zerwin's going to try to build up some ult charge, raining down everybody attacking her up sky, but she's got that Mercy. It's going to be hard to get. Chopster getting a Fire Strike on Karma, and an Earth Shatter from Radmello gets 3. That's big, and there goes Hohe down. Radmello, though, not a whole lot of other follow-up, but please, Mr. Winston takes care of Chopster. There goes the main tank for Vortex, and we got the brawl going on outside the point. Sin killing the Pharah and cleaning up on Elite Dudong as Karma taking care of the Mercy. PlatStratsRed chasing real deep into there, but they fall back, realizing we're getting a little too close to their spawn as the spawns are coming back in. Falling back in. However, on the side of Vortex, they do have a lot of ults coming up. They got Earth Shatter, they got Diva Bomb, they've got Coalescence. Will they be able to make this push work and get the point as we approach 54% on the point? Diva Bomb comes in, self-destruct, not getting anything. Coalescence gonna help keep the team alive and do some damage. And we got I Need Healing dropping the ults going everywhere and dropping all over the place. Chopster gets the kill on his counterpart Radmello. Zerwin trying to come in and get the kill on Any Healing, but Zerwin gets the kill, and then Hohe gets the Pharah counterpart, and a huge Earth Shatter from Chopster gets the remaining 4 teammates as his team follows up with the kill. Hohe getting a couple, Chopster finishing them off. Big cap, but this whole time, no cap on that. PlatStratsRed was able to get percentage build even though they lost that fight up to 85%. Vortex is able to come back though and get the cap, and now it is going in their favor, up to 10% now, as we got some ults lined up on both sides. 3 in the favor of Vortex with that Rocket Barrage on both sides, and 2 Graviton Surge and Rocket Barrage. Will they be able to combo? Zerwin's dropping their ult, but only gets 1 before getting pulled out of the air and killed, and the Elite Dugong dropping the Valkyrie and gets killed immediately. But we have a pause real quick. Not unsure what the pause is happening here. We do have a pause right now, just after Elite Dugong popped their Valkyrie and got killed. Yeah. And we're coming out of our pause. Not sure what happened there, but we are back into the round. And here we go. I Need Healing after getting that kill, gets a pick off, and we got the Graviton Surge. Will they combo it with the Rocket Barrage? And there's a huge kill, big combo, the double kill, and it looks like Lucio got a Rocket Barrage kill on the team mech. That's interesting in the kill feed there. Sorry, folks, not sure what happened on that pause there, but we are back, and we've got Zerwin's contesting the point with that Tracer, gets immediately picked off, does trigger overtime. Hohe dropping the high noon, gets the kill on Please Mr. Winston, but we have I Need Healing using his whole hog, pushing people up the point. Overtime is in effect for PlatStratsRed, and that might be a full cleanup. And oh, Tracer gets back just in time. Will Zerwins be able to hold off? No, Tracer can't hold that off for very long on her own. And that is going to be first map win for PlatStratsRed. Moving on to 2, it is match point for PlatStratsRed.
1-0.
All right, and we are going to get Gardens for our second map. Is Vortex going to be able to get this point? Will they be able to extend this map and hopefully try to get the win on the third one? They need to win Gardens if they want to make it to Control Center to extend this, well, actually get the win. There is no more extending this series at this point. This is it. This is PlatStratsRed. This is match point. If they win this, they win the map and they win the series. If Vortex wins it, they get to extend to one last final objective in Control Center. But here we go. We have Hohe switching over to that Sombra, which worked out really well for them on Eichenwald. Control points are a little bit different, but both teams coming in. Pablo getting a pick off on Legion. That is Lucio down. There's some of the healing for Vortex, and they're going to fall back immediately. They realize they're in a bad place, and I Need Healing gets the Genji pulled off and drops him right after. That's Zerwin's trying to get away and not able to, pushing Vortex all the way back to their point. Legion really pushed far forward there. Not sure what he was thinking as he got killed, picked off really early. That is the initial cap for PlatStratsRed. They have the advantage, and they have the cap. Starting to get their control meter built up. And Vortex is going to regroup. No switches on their side. They're going to try to go with this comp yet again. And we got a Fire Strike from Radmello trying to get some damage done, but Fuzzled ready with that defense matrix, eats it all up. And we got Sombra hidden behind the enemy lines, trying to get some hacks in, not able to, but Lee Dudong falling off the map. Radmello getting taken care of Tropster. Not a good start for Vortex as Legion falls Radmello, but it was a sacrifice. Radmello taking care of the Lucio. But it's worth it as the rest of the team cleans up Pablo with that Coalescence, finishing off the team. And even though Lucio did, or even though Legion, or Radmello, excuse me, killed himself, he took care of the Lucio, and he's able to get back just in time with the rest of the team. No loss there. Good sacrifice on Radmello's part. And Hohe has switched off of that Sombra, wasn't able to get anything going onto the Widowmaker, and Zerwin's on the McCree switching off, and it looks like we have the Legion pushing forward. That Earthshatter was used, only got Legion, but they weren't able to follow up with any kills there. And Karma, with the big Earthshatter, is going to get a couple of kills and some damage done, but Zerwin's takes care of him before too much is done. I Need Healing, though, is getting the kill on the Widowmaker, and this is going to be another cleanup for PlatStratsRed. We are into the final 20% for PlatStratsRed. Vortex needs to get something done, or their season is over for Season 5. They only have one ult in their favor, too. They have that Diva Bomb. Will Fuzzled have another clutch self-destruct, or is this it for Vortex? I Need Healing's whole hog does get stunned by McCree. Huge McCree. Oh, but Radmello gets Elite Dudong. Elite Dudong's been falling a lot. Zerwin's with the high noon. Doesn't get anybody. Oh, he does get the kill on Karma. Ult's dropping everything. This is it for Vortex. They have to get it. Radmello goes charging off. Doesn't pick anybody up. And the Earthshatter from Tropster does get a couple pickoffs. And with that Graviton Surge, though, they're not able to follow up with it. As Hohe, though, on the Reaper, starting to get some kills. This should be a cleanup for Vortex as they get Sin taken care of on that Zarya and flip it in overtime. Well done for Vortex, but now they got to hold it for a full 100% if they want to win this map. Fuzzled trying to get her mech back. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. Blasting that Bunny Blaster down the hall. See if they're going to be able to get their mech back before this fight really gets going. But the PlatStratsRed is pushing in hard, and they're going to make an aggressive attack here, trying to get some in, but Elite Dudong is able to use her move to get away and drops Coalescence. Pablo, though, gets Zerwin's on the Widowmaker. That's not a good pick start for Vortex. I Need Healing coming out with that and dropping a blood death blossom was Hohi, but the shield is able to stop a lot of that. However, the rest of his team is cleaning up for him. Karma does get Legion, but it's not going to be enough as Sin is left alone on the point yet again. Likely gonna try to get away. Will they? With the Lucio, they're gonna be able to get away. But Karma gets picked off by Zerwins. Oh no, that's gonna be a big stagger. Well done for Zerwins to get that stagger. And PlatStratsRed gonna have to hold off and wait for the regroup. And we are up to 55% for Vortex. They're making the push. Got to keep going. Their tournament lives are online here, so they're showing that desperation, but keeping things calm and collected. Excuse me. And PlatStratsRed coming from a different side. They're going to try a different strategy here. And the self-destruct's going to go in. It doesn't get anything, but Hohi gets Pablo as the Reinhardt was distracted taking care of that. Hohi on the Reaper is wrecking havoc on the backline. Gets both supports. But Karma it takes care of his own. However, it's not going to be enough as Hohi and Zerwin completely eliminate all of the enemy team from PlatStratsRed. Fuzzle losing their mech yet again, just trying to build it up once more. We are now into the final 10%. Can PlatStratsRed get back and retake this point, or are we going to Control Center? And Doomfist from I Need Healing gets on the point. It's going to push the overtime for sure, but gets eliminated really quickly by Hohi. And Vortex, again, all the kills, not what you want to see if you are PlatStratsRed. Death Blossom comes out, gets the kill, and that is just leaving Karma on the point all alone as Reaper, and that's an elimination. Will they? I don't think anybody's gonna be able to get back. This should be the objective for Vortex, and that is it for Gardens, as we have a tie Control Center moving into the final one. It is the absolute final map. It is Control Center. Will we see some changes in comps from either team? A very, very tight and enclosed space. So no, shouldn't see any Pharmas in here. Not the best for Pharah, excuse me. And with that, no mercies going with the Pharas, as it looks like both teams are rolling with the Roadhog and the Zarya, with a Mei as well, and Lucio and Moira. The only difference is the I Need Healing on the Doomfist and Zerwin's on the Brigida. That is our differences. We have a 3 tank, 3 healer on the side of Vortex, or 3 tanks and 2 healers on the side of PlatStratsRed, and it's paying off already with that. Already getting the kill with I Need Healing on that Doomfist. Gets another kill on him as Chopster did get Karma on the Mei, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to be able to counter the kills that I Need Healing is doing with his Doomfist. Just wrecking havoc in the backline, is able to get so many kills with those charges and just really just batting everybody around. But he's not able to get away, extends a little bit too deep away from his healers, but PlatStratsRed is still able to get the first cap on the point as Vortex is coming back in strong. Even though Legion is dead, they're still going after this because they know they have an advantage with I Need Healing down. But I Need Healing should be back very shortly. Can they take advantage of it? That is an early coalescence from Pablo. Drop it. He's going to keep Pablo alive even though he's frozen. Getting some of that healing out. I Need Healing coming in, taken care of by Elite Dudong. Fuzzle does get Redno with a lot of help, and Karma's down. This is a lot of kills, but will this meter strike get any kills? And it does not get anybody. That is a big miss on I Need Healing. Vortex able to get out of the way, protect themselves, and an Earth Shatter from Chopster gets the Lucio, and this is looking like it's going to go in favor of Vortex as they're getting all the kills. Just need to clean up on them, and it looks like I Need Healing was trying to get away on the Doomfist, was not able to, and that's a stagger, and also the cap for Vortex.
I'm under attack. This is gonna make you feel better.
Alright, so now it is the point ticking for Vortex, and we have no change in comp on either side yet, but we do have ults coming up in the mid wall trying to block off, but wasn't able to do a full seal, and we have a couple of ults being dropped. We have the Graviton Surge being dropped from Fuzzled, doesn't get anybody, and then the Coalescence going, oh, and Earth Shatter gets a couple. But no kills, no follow-ups from him as the Mei is going to Ice Wall. And I Need Healing trying to get him done, but he does get the Mei, but Chopster gets him back. That is a 1-for-1 kill. And huge Earth Shatter as Rad Melon wasn't there with to be able to stop any of that. And that's going to be a lot of kills on the side of Vortex. They clean up, and Pablo's not going to be able to get away, though they are going to need to try very desperately. This is going to be a big stagger once again as Vortex starting to take advantage. They are now at 60% to the 41% of PlatStratsRed. PlatStratsRed needs to get in. They have 3 ultimates coming up. They do have another Meteor Strike, a freeze, as well as the Graviton Surge from from Zarya. Will they be able to make it? Here we go. Leading off with the Meteor Strike. And also going to get the freeze down. Doesn't get any kills with the Meteor Strike, but they do get few people frozen. Oh, Zerwin drops a rally and gets frozen. That's a ult that they're going to wish they had back. Zerwin's going to be really wishing they had that back. And that is a team kill for PlatStratsRed. Great attack. Great attack for PlatStratsRed as we move forward and they start building up their percentage. Vortex was able to get to 84, so they did get a lot of ult. If they get it back, they're going to have a really good position to get the win. But this is now in control for PlatStratsRed as we have 3 ultimates on their side, and Vortex really coming well behind. They're going to try to get a huge flank and try to get a big thing. We got the Graviton Surge from Fuzzled. Does it get anybody? I'm not sure, but the Ice Wall stopped it, and Sin dies. Radmill gets the kill on the opposing Zarya, and another freeze. Oh, he's getting frozen. I need healing, trying to get the kills, but is he going to get the frozen? He gets frozen himself. And there he goes. Oh, a Meteor Strike right at the end to save himself, and a huge pickup. That is a big save from that Meteor Strike. Is able to get out of harm's way there and get away, get the kills, and that's 90% for PlatStratsRed. Not looking good for Vortex. They're gonna have to rush back, and they may not. Oh, a big Maywall. Only the Reinhardt gonna get through. I don't know if the rest of the team's gonna be able to make it, and that, folks, is a win for PlatStratsRed. GG to them. They win in map 5. Vortex tried so hard to get the reverse sweep, but in the end they were not able to. Chopster had some great plays on the right here, and once again that was map 5. The win goes to PlatStratsRed after going up 2-0. They lost the next 2. Vortex tried so hard, didn't get the reverse sweep, but they did push it to map 5. Very good game for both teams, and that is it for this match. Once again, that is PlatStratsRed moving on to face in the finals, and GG's to both teams. And that is all we're gonna do for today in our production of Overtime Champions Community. And I hope everybody had a great time. This was an exciting series between 2 really competitive teams. Vortex really coming on strong in the end, trying to make it happen, but unfortunately we're not. And once again, I have been Bradley, your play-by-play earlier. Quella was my color commentator, did have to take off. And producing for us was the magnificent Toadette. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, and tune in for more Overtime Champions action.